Mike and I are also looking for something different constantly. Always looking for something different in our work. We're walking through the lobby, and there just happens to be some little phone, not really phone booths, but just an area on the wall where the phones were lined up. And it gave kind of a nice green wall. Each of the phones had its own light shining down on it, so it gives it kind of a unique mood. So we actually had her climb up on top of the little bar there where the phone was, and do some poses in there. Again, we're just looking for something different, something that's unique, something you don't see every day. I mean, how often do you see somebody crammed into a little tiny phone booth?
Yeah, lots of times these shots don't work, and we never use them. But a lot of these shots almost become some of our main points that we photograph every time we're in this location with different models or different clients, because it's just something that we never would have thought of. We see it, we shoot it, and that's the great thing about also Cody and I, is while he's shooting, as you notice, I'm looking around, I'm looking at different lighting, I'm looking for different sessions, different lighting areas that we can go for our next session. So when he gets finished, and of course I'm telling the camera guy to get out of the way, but when we get done with this session, I'm going to move over to another location, and that way it keeps the session rolling, it keeps it flowing smoother. And I'll say, Cody, look at this light, look at the shadows here, look at whatever is there in the location, and he'll go, oh yeah, yeah, and then he'll pick up his artistic ability and he'll start capturing some images. I'll capture the images that I originally see, and it's just, again, a team effort all the way.
You can see how small those phone booths were behind me on this shot here.
Yeah, and here, this is a great little couch. We love the couch. We love the color. It's this bright orange yellow with her purple. It's a perfect contrasting color. Her flowers are really, really nice. Here we are in a parking garage 4 stories down, and this is actually in a little tunnel that's a ventilation shaft. And down here where we are right now, it's only about 2 foot by 3 foot wide, and at the other end it's about 15 foot by 20 foot, and it basically has a huge ventilation fan that blows fresh air down from the 4 stories up down into the lower ends of this parking garage. What you have on the right side are the vents that when the van is on, it blows the fresh air out. And we're using a video light to light this up because it's so dark that your wireless flashes really have a hard time exposing for the right exposure. Plus the video light is nice so you can see the light as you see in the shot. One of my passions in life is the lighting, and I love the light situations like this. And again, Cody and I are working such a good team together. He knows me, I know him. So I'm on the outside, I'm video in this with the light, using the video light, and Cody's capturing it with the camera. And again, we know each other so well. I know what he's capturing just by what camera he's using, the lens he's using, and he knows where I'm going to be using the light. He's helped fine-tuning the pose, and we go from there.
At the time, I'm directing her maybe where I want her feet. Maybe I wanted to look a little more risque in her pose, maybe a little more dramatic. And I may tell her to turn her head towards me or away from me or into the light. A lot of times you can, I'll tell the clients that to kind of feel the light falling on your cheeks, just like when you're standing under light, you can kind of see the light on your cheeks. And I'll try to explain to them that way, that just to kind of feel the light on their face and to turn into it or to turn away from it.
And look at the neat shadows that light going through that grate throws on the image. Use this stuff. When you see it, use it to your advantage. Shadows are really good. Everybody's so concentrated on the light, but we also seem to forget about the shadows in the image. And shadows are a very important part of your final product. And the great thing about this video light, it's just the same as using wireless flash, except with wireless flash you have to imagine what you're seeing here. You have to imagine where the light's going to come, you have to imagine where the shadows are going to come, and over time it comes pretty easy, but it takes some time practicing with it. With the video light, you just literally stand there, you can adjust the light to where you need it, you can adjust the output, you can move it back and forth just like a wireless flash, but you're seeing your final product, and then you just capture the image without a flash. It's just literally a push of the shutter. And here Cody and I are talking back and forth to each other. We're basically figuring out what we want for the final product.
Again, this isn't your everyday location, but it's, like I said, we always strive to find something a little different, a little bit out there, and if this doesn't match that criteria, I don't know what does.
Yeah, and don't be scared to bring this up to your client. If they don't want to do it, they don't do it. But as a general rule, our clients and us are very good friends. We become lifelong friends. We enjoy going to dinner with them. We enjoy going out and having drinks, and they trust us completely. So when we go into a session like this, they don't really freak out. They're like, "Hey, you want me to do this? Okay," and they go into it and they enjoy it, because we get that question a lot, and that's basically how we do it. We just become their friend.